Hello, my name's Cheapario, and today we're going to do a deep dive into Killer Instinct from 2013. So, in terms of how I'm playing this, I have it on my PC. I'm playing it from my download from Steam. Again, this is not the original Killer Instinct from 1994. They did a remake back in 2013, released on the Xbox system along with Microsoft Windows. And again, they've had it available on Steam for a number of years. So didn't own. I believe it was released on the Xbox One initially. Didn't own an Xbox One. Didn't get to play this new iteration of Killer Instinct when it first came out until recently when I was exploring Steam and was able to find this game in all its glory. So big fan of the original game from 1994. And just wanted to experience it for myself. So again, in terms of how this setup is running, this is an Arcade1up shell for all intents and purposes. Mortal Kombat, this was a Gen 1 Arcade1up setup. What I've done is, and I can provide some links in the description, right here is an Intech Gaming arcade stick that as it has a USB connection on the back of it that you connect to PCs, your PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, your Nintendo Switch, Android box, whatever may have you, and it'll work with the companion of an adapter for the most part. So again, this is an Arcade1up shell. This is Killer Instinct 2013 running on Steam on my PC, and this is an Intech Gaming manufactured arcade deck that was manufactured to actually fit into the Gen 1 Arcade1up cabinets. So this is not the best arcade stick if you want to play your games in an authentic arcade environment. This is a cheap way to do it. It's form fit factor, accessible right out of the box to just plug into your PC, your PS4, your PS5, and it's a two-player arcade stick. It's an arcade deck, and you can play this separately, just with the arcade deck, and just plug it into one of your consoles or your PC or your Android box, and it works fine with an adapter. And again, all those are available on Amazon. And again, this arcade stick is or this arcade deck is pretty affordable. I think with the adapters, it runs at about 120 bucks, give or take. And when it goes on sale, it's about 100 bucks. So in terms of the setup, I want to have kind of as much as I can an authentic but also cheap and accessible way to play Killer Instinct 2013 in this arcade format. So Arcade1ups are not full size. Pretty much, it feels like they're like half the size of a real cabinet. And this is a Gen 1 Arcade1up arcade shell. And so really you can only play comfortably one player at a time. If you're playing two players, somebody's going to have to be on the side here. So the bottom line, we want to play Killer Instinct 2013, see how it plays in this type of environment with this Intech Gaming arcade deck and running on my PC. My PC is pretty old, to be honest with you, not high end. I had to lower the resolution in order to play it at least like 30 frames per second to kind of get it without any type of stuttering. So without further ado, let's go ahead and kind of explore Killer Instinct 2013 and see how it plays in this type of setup. Again, love Killer Instinct, love the original game from 1994. This is the 2013 version, and I'm going to play as my go-to guy, Jago. And he's got, I think this is the kind of has all the DLC that came out, so you can get all the different colors, the different costumes that are already implemented in kind of this full package of Killer Instinct that's available on Steam. So we're going to go with the old look to him. And we'll go with the original color. And I'm a big fan of Battletoads, so we're gonna face Rash. And so they had a Battletoads character as one of the DLCs that came out for the 2013 Killer Instinct. So we're gonna go ahead and select Rash as our opponent, our CPU opponent for this match. And let's go ahead and do it. Oh, he's got different colors. They look kind of weird. Let's go ahead with Old Faithful. And let's just do a random arena. Now with this arcade deck, it'll annoy you if you're like a very stuck to the button formats that are in the arcade. So if you hook this up, many times you're not going to be able to configure it the way you want. So you have to kind of deal with the default configuration that it does for you. Some games, of course, have better configurations, and you can kind of get it to the button configurations that you want. But for like a regular match is starting already. For somebody that's not such a hardcore, more of a casual gamer that just likes to kind of play this for a few minutes and then go on to the next game, it works well enough. And I'm getting pretty hammered, and I think I'm just really on normal at this point, and he's just wailing into me. There you go. As you can see, I'm just hammering the buttons. And to be honest with you, this doesn't feel like Killer Instinct 1994. This feels more like, what was it, Mortal Kombat X is what it feels more like than your classic Mortal Kombat. And just wailing on the buttons, I was able to put him in a corner and be a cheapskate, knock him down. Graphics still look good by today's standards. This is now a 10-year-old game. Yeah, just taking him in the corner. Wailing on him. And he comes back. I think he's done. Oh, I'm getting a little started there. Again, not a great PC. Oh, he got me. Able to transform his foot just like he does in Battletoads into like kind of that boot. I'm gonna hit him one time and he's down. Winner! Combo breaker! So, pretty neat. We're not going to do a rematch. And I do not know how the buttons are set up. Oh, here we go. We're going to go to the main menu. Again, I don't even know if this... Yeah, this looks like the store is probably inactive by this point. This game is pretty old, and it's available on Steam with all the DLC already, so probably no reason to have the store open. So we're going to do one more match and then kind of do a perspective on it. Again, this is not probably the best format to play this game, but it's how I want to experience Killer Instinct. This is pretty much my second time playing it. I only played it for maybe a minute after I downloaded it because I really wanted to play it in this kind of form factor. So let's go ahead and do one more player versus CPU. Let's see, I always play as the same character, but let's do Saberwolf. And let's see if he's got his classic look to him. There we go. Saberwolf. Fulgor. Let's see. Yeah, we'll do Fulgor. He looks just like he does back in the old game. That's a little bit different. I'm kind of used to is that the old look? I'll go with that look. Go random. Forge on. It's got that great old 1994 fight announcer. That's great about it. But to be honest with you, it feels different from the original game, and maybe it's just going into this full 3D environment, whereas like it was in the old game, it was those kind of like flat 3D at the same time sprites. But it just feels different from the 1994 game. doesn't feel the same way. It feels like I'm just playing Mortal Kombat X. And again, I'm just gonna hammer the buttons down because I do not know any of the moves. I haven't played the 1994 game for a little bit of time. I played it on emulators, emulating the SNES version of the game. But otherwise, I haven't really put too much time into kind of experiencing how to play the game, the 1994 version. And clearly, nothing on how to play this one. But, I'll just be a cheapskate and just wail on them by smashing the buttons. Give that arcade feel of just like hearing the clicks of the buttons, bringing it back to the arcade, and just being a cheapskate. Character models look great, and even with this being a 10-year-old game, you can tell that this is stuttering plenty of times. Ooh, got him good there. And they've got like these super combo breaker. Guys, if you love Killer Instinct, I'm sure I'm ruining the experience for you. But this is just kind of a casual gamer coming into this, just wanting to play it on his kind of form factor, affordable arcade setup that he has at his house. This isn't something that, if you want to be so loyal and have a complete recreation of Killer Instinct as it's meant to be, that you want to do. This is something you want to throw in together real quick and just do as a little time waster. Took him out. Look at that. Look at that. Supreme victory. Look at that. So, that'll complete kind of the two matches that I was planning to do with Killer Instinct. Great way to kind of jump in and, as a casual gamer, experience Killer Instinct 2013 for pretty much the first time, for all intents and purposes, on the Arcade1up type of version of this. So again, based on this setup, again, I'm not even considering having mapped the buttons appropriately. It's a fun time waster. It's something I'll keep on doing as kind of like here and there, playing a match or two, maybe even going through the story mode. I know it's got kind of, probably more like just your straight arcade mode that it has. I'll probably experience it in this format. But yeah, this was a good, fun experience to do. For those that want to experience this and have it cheap, because I'm Cheapario, you buy the Intech Gaming arcade deck on Amazon, about $120. It comes with at 120. It comes with the adapters, or otherwise it's typically 100. They've got different versions. Some play SNES, some play Nintendo cartridges, some play Sega Genesis cartridges, so there are variations to this arcade deck. It comes with these ball tops that are really annoying and hard to play, so you can easily buy for $7-8 some of these bat tops and just change them out, just kind of twist it off and pop on these bat tops, which feel better for fighting games, honestly. So Intech Gaming deck is about $100, 120 with the adapters. This is running on my PC. I don't remember how much Killer Instinct is. I think it runs probably about $30 usually. So you're looking at $150 for that. And then how I bought this is the Gen 1 cabinets. You could probably find somebody selling it locally in your area for about $180-200 in good condition. Mine has, clearly, if you can probably see some of the scratches on it, on the bezel itself. So altogether, $200 for this I bought on Facebook Marketplace, and I've had it for a year now. And then another $150. So what was that? About $350 to experience Killer Instinct 2013 in a very micro-sized arcade version, but still good for a casual gamer. And if you're buying, like, if you can play your PS4 and PS5 games in the same format, but just plugging it into an adapter, and then it'll connect automatically and go into whatever arcade game that you want to play, or whatever PS5 game that you feel is going to fit into this format. So again, very cheap way to play Killer Instinct. Good little experience altogether, and would definitely revisit this experience again. So hopefully you liked kind of me jumping into Killer Instinct. Hopefully you want to see a couple more in this format. I'll definitely do Battletoads is another one, the re-release, or sorry, the newer release of Battletoads. I think that was maybe back in 2017, 2018. I'll definitely be doing Battletoads. I'll probably be doing a couple Switch games. This is kind of made most accessible to hooking it up to a Switch, Nintendo Switch, and playing Switch games. I also have a couple of racing games I want to try on this. Definitely in some more Steam games that are also kind of retro games that you can download on Steam. So more to come. More kind of quick jumps into these games in this kind of quick arcade format. So without further ado, hope you guys enjoyed this content, and just let me know what you want me to play on this arcade setup. And with that, here we go, and I'll see you guys again.